G'day guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'll be doing my round 1 AFL fixture. So I'll be predicting the AFL fixture for round 1. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Like, subscribe, and yeah, so first game that I have is, I think they will go with the grand final rematch again, but I don't have it on the Wednesday like they did last season. I've gone Geelong vs Sydney at the MCG, Thursday 7:50 PM start time. So I don't think that they're going to do the Wednesday again, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But I just don't really like the idea of having the season starting on a Wednesday. So yeah, hopefully they don't start it on a Wednesday, but in my fixture I have the first game being on a Thursday. Then the next game on your Friday night, we have Richmond vs Carlton, obviously the classic, again at the MCG, 7:20 start time. There isn't really much to say about this. It's clearly the obvious option. This game will either be on the Thursday or the Friday, depending on when the games start. But they could even start with that game first again. Maybe the grand final rematch was a one-off thing last year and they were just testing it, but we never know. So I do have Richmond vs Carlton on the Friday night. Then I have North Melbourne vs GWS Saturday 1:10 at Marvel Stadium. So North will host GWS. This is the boring game of the round. I think it'll be the game that no one really tunes into. Obviously, not the greatest game to watch. North Melbourne vs GWS at 1:10 on your Saturday. There's much better things that you could be doing on a 1:10. Then the Saturday 4:35 game is at Adelaide Oval. We have Port Adelaide taking on Melbourne now. I just think this fixture I think this slot and game seems right. I think they're going to have one game in Adelaide at least, you'd think, and I've got Port Adelaide hosting that game. Then on Saturday night at 7:25, I have Collingwood, my boys, taking on the Dogs at the MCG. So, yeah, I think that Collingwood will be playing a sort of a Victorian team in a blockbuster Friday, Saturday, or something. Yeah, Friday, Thursday, Saturday night at the MCG. So, yeah, I've got them playing the Bulldogs. That was the one that seemed the most fitting. And also at Saturday at 7:25, I have Hawthorn taking on Brisbane at the Gabba. So, yeah, it's another. I think everyone will be tuning into the Collingwood Bulldogs game, but there has to be a doubleheader that Saturday night. So I do have Hawthorn playing the Lions. Then the next day, Sunday at 1:05, I have West Coast versus Essendon at Optus. There's going to be one game at Optus, and I've got the West Coast game being the one. Another game that no one will tune into, West Coast Essendon. Yeah, boring game, two pretty bad teams, so I think anyone will be tuning into that game on your Sunday. Yeah, not much to say about it. I've gone for the 1:05 time slot. I didn't know whether I go 12:45, 1:30, or 1:45, or even as late as like 2:10. But I've gone with the 1:05 time slot. I don't think that the AFL will do that, but they probably won't go with 1:05, but they could, so you never know. Then Sunday, 2:40 start time this time. At Metricon, we have Gold Coast taking on Freo. Now, I'm not sure if this really will happen since there's already been a game in Brisbane. So two games in Queensland for the starting round. So Gold Coast will probably have an away game, but I had them playing Freo, so maybe not the smartest of choices. Not sure if this one will happen, and it is at 2:40, so another interesting time slot. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm not too sure about this one, but I feel like it's the right teams to match up for the first round. Gold Coast and Freo are two pretty sort of similar teams, so I've got them playing against each other in round 1. And then the last game, I've got St Kilda vs Adelaide on Sunday at 4:15 at Marvel. So, yeah, I think this is another not so good game, but it's just that game that's usually on the end of a Sunday, not the most exciting game. It's usually pretty boring. So Sunday 4:15, I do have that game. So yeah, I think it just seems right because I've got how many games? So I've got 5 games in Melbourne, so pretty much half of the games. I've got 3 at the MCG and 2 at Marvel. So there's usually, I think, that much, or there might be 4 at the G sometimes. So yeah, I think this is a pretty decent fixture. I don't think, obviously it's not going to happen. There's no way that the AFL are going to do the same fixture as me. But if they don't want to sign me up to do the fixture, I will do it. Like, come on, yeah, I'll do it. But just give me a bit of cha-ching, you know. Yeah, so, yeah, that's my fixture, guys. Let me know what you did think. If you have posted a fixture video, make sure you tell me and I will check it out because they're interesting videos. I do like tuning into them even though I've never even watched one. But, yeah, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.